Hey everyone, it is a hot Saturday afternoon here at my place, and I just got done running a bunch of errands and cleaning up around the place and exercising, and it's the afternoon now and I have some time to kill, so I figured this would be a good opportunity for me to record some more stuff, both for the channel and also for Patreon, because I've been very slow with the Patreon updates, and I am very, very sorry about that. It is not fair to my loyal patrons who have stuck with me. I know that some people have jump ship from the Patreon, probably because I've been kind of bad about updating it, and I totally understand. Any support anyone has ever given me, I am eternally thankful for, and my apologies for not being as up on it and keeping it up to date as I should be. That is unfair to you guys, and I want to make sure that I am giving you your money's worth. So definitely going to be recording this video alongside some other Patreon exclusive stuff. So obviously if you want to access all that, you can go ahead and check out my Patreon. Link to it is always in the description. But this one, I thought about recording this as the first of my Patreon exclusive videos, but this one's a little bit heavier and just kind of a life update. Just me probably putting some thoughts onto video, I suppose, as I tend to do every few months or so. Just because life's been weird the last few months, and I just figured I'd talk about it, and I didn't really want to lock it behind a Patreon wall, because, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, every time I talk about this sort of stuff, there's always that hope in my mind, like, I hope this does someone good. Like, I don't know, just sharing my life experience and kind of where I've been at, and things I've learned along the way. Hopefully it does someone good somewhere along the line, so... That's my vague, hollow prayer going out into the void that we call the internet, I guess. But, yeah, these last few months have been weird. You may remember if you watched that last update video where I talked about getting my new job and how much I loved it and all that. And I was very, very happy for a while there. And things were great, honestly. And I still love that job a lot. I still think this job is the best job I've ever had. I really like the people. The company is pretty decent, all things considered, in terms of treating its people okay, which is more than I can say for any other big corporation I've worked for, which usually has treated me like shit. That being said, I guess the rose-tinted glasses went away a little bit because we became understaffed, and of course I had to do some crunch time and all that. I've just kind of accepted every tech job. Like, this is just how tech jobs work. Every job in my field probably is going to result in this horse shit, which sucks, and it shouldn't be that way, and it's a failure of the system, and it's just a terrible, terrible, I guess, reality of the job that should not be a reality of the job. I am very upset by it. But, you know, even then, I will say, and this isn't to excuse it, because it still sucks, and it still should be a thing that is unfair to me and shouldn't be happening, but I will say at least that the crunch has been more tolerable than my last job was, that's for sure. Even when I have to work over hours and you know, all that shit, I have not been working nearly as long of nights as I've done previously. So far at this job, I've only pulled one all-nighter, and I pulled a lot more than that at the previous job in a much shorter amount of time, I'll say that. So, improvements, but it's definitely still not great. Yeah, but overall, though, the job's still pretty good. I fit in there well. I like the people a lot. Everyone above me is very, very cool, all things considered, and they just treat their people well, so that's been good. And it's I don't know, it's cool. I feel like I'm on the ground floor of something there, and it feels, every few months or whatever, we get this little reminder, like, oh hey, we're growing, and we're gonna continue to grow, and it kind of just feels nice to be at the start of this seed and watching it grow into a big fruitful tree that who knows if it's gonna take off or do whatever, but I feel like there's potential for me to you know, rise up and have more responsibilities and get to a better, more well-paying role, so that's good. I'm very thankful for that. Career-wise, everything's been going good. Personal life-wise, though, this year kind of took a nosedive, and it was just one thing after the other. Yeah, it's been weird. I guess the first thing that really happened was I had a really good friend who I kind of fell out with. There was a long and complicated relationship there where we were very close friends for a while that then tried seeing if maybe a relationship was right for us. Turns out it wasn't really what either of us wanted, so we walked that back, and we kind of, you know, it was basically a friends with benefits thing, but we both mutually agreed, like, hey, we do not want either of us to stop reaching out to other people or exploring other possibilities with other people, and you know, as soon as that happens, we just call this off or whatever. And it was a really, like, carefully negotiated thing or whatever that was just like, hey, we're not, you know, we don't, you know, we're just doing this for fun, and we're not gonna try to tie each other down, sort of thing. And that was good on paper, and it worked well for a while, and then things went real south. I learned a lot about the fact that even though I thought I had a good understanding of my personal boundaries and how I want to be treated as a person, it turns out, even though I thought I had a good understanding of those things, I'm very bad at enforcing my personal boundaries. And that relationship ended up just completely falling through, and that person did a lot of really weird shit that betrayed my trust, and I just cut ties with her, and that was very unpleasant. And then not long after that happened, my grandma passed away, which was horrible. My grandma's honestly, like, probably a good 30% of the man I am today is due to my grandma's wisdom growing up, and her very nurturing and empathetic heart. I think I inherited a lot from her. And even she could be sassy when the situation called for it, and I think even a little bit I inherited some of that side of things too, in terms of just standing up to things I think are bullshit and calling it out when I see it. She really, I think, imbued me with that. Just a wonderful, wonderful woman who always knew in her heart that she always had more to learn, and she was a very caring and supportive person. Like, honestly, probably one of the most patient and I guess humble elderly people that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing in my life. She was always very, very good about acknowledging that her time had kind of passed, and you know, this is the world of younger people, and it's for them to make, and that sort of thing, and just being very accepting of others and of trends changing and the world moving on. She always had a very, very great outlook on that sort of thing, and that's something that I really want to try my best to take to heart as I get older and as the world starts to pass me by. You know, I'm not even 30 yet, but when I start to get up there, I really want to make sure that I live up to, you know, how she was, because it meant a lot to me to kind of see that, like, oh, you don't have to get stuck in your ways as you get older. You know, you can do your best to accept the world as it moves on and that sort of thing. But yeah, she had a stroke, and it just sucked. Because of, like, COVID stuff, we couldn't really visit her in person until she was moved to a nursing home. I talked to her over the phone a little bit, but then we had the opportunity to go say goodbye to her in person, and we did so. I held her hand as she passed away, and that is probably one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever had. Like I guess I've been around when people are dying before, but just it's one thing to be in the room when that happens, and it's another to be holding on to someone and to kind of feel it. Like, there was just like just this experience of holding on to someone and feeling that there's something there, and then just within the span of a couple seconds, it's just gone. It was it was a lot, and it made me think a lot about the fact that, you know, even though she lived a very long and wonderful life, I mean, God, she was in her mid-90s, you know, we don't got forever. we do not have forever. And I guess it really kick-started something that I've been thinking just a lot over the past few months. Just the fact that, you know, our time on this earth is limited, and things change, and that's kind of been I guess the main theme of the year for my life. The main theme of my life for this year has been just this idea of irrevocable change. Has kind of hit me like a brick. One of my friend groups that I roll within kind of had a big upheaval around this time too that changed things in a major way for me, where there's just some changes going on there. Unfortunately, I thought for a second there I was going to lose that friend group forever, but it managed to kind of transform through a major, I guess, title shift that it had experienced. I'm being very vague just because it's not my story to tell, sort of thing, and I want to respect people's privacy. But I almost thought I lost a friend group, but luckily people were able to keep in touch and all that. I've lost a few other people this year. I actually re-recorded this video because earlier today I also was on the phone and said goodbye to my sister's dog, my beloved sister's dog, who is a very important member of our family, and I'm gonna miss him a lot, but he's old and he's not doing well, so they decided today's the day they're gonna go in and put him down, and that sucked too. I went out to buy shorts today, just like an hour or two ago, and I just it hit me all at once, and I started tearing up and shit in the fitting room at Target, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. But I collected myself before I got out, thankfully. But yeah, it's been one thing after another, and it's been hard. It's been really hard. I'm also on the precipice of moving to a different place. I'm gonna try to keep this vague. I don't know, it's funny. I never know how open I want to be in these videos, right? Because it's I don't want to put too much of myself out there just for the sake of my own privacy. Especially the older I get, the more I'm starting to value that a little more. I'm trying to be a little less open and have more of a barrier, more of a boundary put up between me and my audience, sort of thing. But I guess no YouTube person ever, or just online creator in general, I think we all sort of struggle with this, where I never know how much to divulge, because I wanna share my life experiences and you know, talk about the things that mean a lot to me, but I also want to make sure that I'm keeping some things for my own heart and for myself or whatever. So I don't know, but as I was saying, yeah, this year's been wild, and it sort of just a combination of a lot of things. In particular, that falling out I had with a person who I once, you know, said I loved deeply and was one of my best friends and all that sort of thing. Just having her completely, just completely shit on all form of trust I had, and leaving myself vulnerable and having that be kind of exploited and taken advantage of, really sucked. And just, you know, just so many losses this year. Aside from my grandma, it's just there's been a few other people in my life that just are gone. There's been a couple different times in my life now where you know, I don't feel like I'm a guy with a lot of regrets. I tend to think that you shouldn't regret your mistakes in life because they're valuable lessons and they make you a better person, even if you do something kind of crummy or you could have handled something better. I think, you know, none of us are perfect. We all need to fuck up. We all need to learn the hard way sometimes. But the one thing, the few regrets I do have in life where I honestly think of them as actual genuine regrets, there are a few conversations or a few times I wished I've reached out to people in my life before they passed away. I recently tried to reconnect with someone who had meant a lot to me during my teenage years, who was kind of a mentor, almost something of a father figure even, and we just hadn't been in touch at all for, God, probably close to a decade. And I reached out, and I found out he died from COVID a few years back now, and yeah, that sucked. Like, you know, so many things I wanted to tell him about and all that sort of thing, but ooh, sorry, getting a little emotional. Whew. Sorry, let me collect myself a bit. yeah, I'm not gonna edit this. I'm gonna leave it raw, I think, just to, you know, I think sometimes that's best, but that's the thing I think I've kind of taken from this year is, I guess it's been a humble reminder to me that we don't have forever. We really don't, and we need to make sure we're using the time we have on this planet as best as we can. And what I think that is important too is we need to remember to reach out to those that we wanna talk to and be close with, or if you have something to say, don't wait. Don't wait for opportunities to connect with someone. Don't wait for them to fall into your lap, as sometimes, you know, life can do that to you. But be the person that initiates. You know, I'm starting to take that more to heart. I've been back in therapy a little bit just because life's been kind of throwing curveball after curveball, and that's been wonderful. And actually, this is the first time I've had a therapist that I feel like kind of understands the whole internet culture thing. She looks at my Twitter account. She watches my Elden Ring playthrough. We've been talking about Elden Ring a lot in therapy, actually. Funny enough, she's been watching my playthrough and being like, "Oh, you missed this, and this," and I'm just like, "Let me play the game how I want," or whatever. It's funny. But no, she's been great, and she's been helping me a lot, and she's probably watching this video, and hey, if you're listening to this, and you want to talk about this during a session, I'm more than happy to, but therapy has been great for me, and something I've been doing a lot as a part of that is I've been reaching out and trying to reconnect with people, or just taking the initiative on doing things, and just trying to be, I don't want to say more outgoing, a little bit more outgoing, but just kind of trying to be in the driver's seat of my own life a little bit more, and instead of waiting for opportunities or good times to do things, just kind of being more open to just kind of forcing things to happen, or just pushing ahead a little bit more, even when it kind of takes me out of my comfort zone a little bit. But it's been good for me. You know, I've definitely had a lot of great experiences because of that. I just recently, actually, signed up for, like, there's a subreddit for people who look for, like, tabletop RPG groups or whatever, and I'm like, you know, I've never done before? I've never played tabletop RPGs with, like, a complete group of strangers. Let's see where this goes. We just had our first session last Thursday, and I met, you know, just a bunch of wonderful people through that, and that was great. I've reconnected with some old friends and just kind of, you know, had some conversations about where life is. I reconnected with an ex of mine, actually, too, and we caught up, and that was really great. She's a great person. We have no bad feelings towards each other or anything. And yeah, I've just been doing my best the past few months, and I want to continue doing so as we get into the summer here. Just to try out new things and try to put myself in new situations in life and just live it. Because you know, life is just too fucking short, man. And I've known too many people who have died way too fucking young. And I don't know, it could be me, it could be you, any of us could. Who knows? You know, we we never fucking know when we're gonna go, right? And it just was a moment where I was like, I don't want to wait to improve myself or improve my life or to have fun or to find fulfillment. And I encourage you, if you feel, I don't want to say stuck. I didn't really say I'd felt stuck, but I guess the way I put it to a friend just last night, because I was kind of talking about this, is I spent so much of my late, honestly, even childhood, teenage years, and early adulthood just trying to fucking survive and find my place in the world and find a place where I can be comfortable. And I finally found that after, you know, so fucking long, and it taken way too long to find that spot where I can just live. That I finally reached a place where it's like, okay, I have all of the basics down, I'm in a good spot in life, from like you know, from like a physical standpoint and like a resource standpoint, and just all of the basic necessities of my life, I'm covered, I'm good. Now what I need to find is the fulfillment. I need to find the thing that enriches my soul. You know, I'm not really a spiritual person, but you know, that I guess that grander idea of the soul is something I guess I can kind of get behind in terms of just this ethereal concept of oneself, I guess. But I need to find something that makes me feel like I'm happy I'm living this life more now too, and I'm getting fulfilled waking up every morning, and I've been working on that, and I hope by the end of the year I have more steps in that direction. And just trying to find a way to live my life that makes me feel like I am, you know, that I can continue living this life without regrets, really, or to just feel like I'm happy with my spot in this crazy fucked up world that we live in that only seems to get more fucked up each year. But yeah, this was a heavy one. 20 minutes long, goddamn. It's something. So yeah, I'll leave you for now. I don't want to keep you too long. Go out and fucking go for a walk. Go meet people. I don't know. I'm trying to meet more people. That's my big thing. I wanna try to connect with people more, especially when I move and I'm at my new place. I'm not gonna have any like real honestly, like, I'm gonna be working off of zero social connections, like, in terms of, like, physical, in-person friends or all that. It'll just, you know, be a blank slate, and I'm really looking forward to that, because it's gonna be kind of scary, but I'm curious to find, like, new friends and new things to do with my life, and explore what a new community has to offer. So, yeah, life is fucking wild. That's all I can say, so... Hope you have a good one, and I hope you're doing well, because I wasn't for a while, but I'm doing better, so see ya.